explainhelp.co.uk. Hi and welcome to another explainhelp.co.uk video. This is another in the series of videos which provides support for the flight management computer on the Toliss Airbus A319. So in the last few videos we have programmed a SID, set up the initiation page, and we have aligned the IRS. So this video is how to program a simple flight plan using the flight management computer. So what you do, on this screen here, you are seeing the standard instrument departure, which takes you out from Echo Golf November Mike, Leeds Bradford, out to Pole Hill. I believe it's a, yeah, there it is, it's a pole to X-ray departure. Okay, so when we take off from Leeds Bradford on runway 14, the aircraft will track out to the southeast and then make a right turn, and then we will track down to the Pole Hill VOR, which gives us a distance of 17.6 nautical miles. So we're going to fly down to Bristol Airport, and here's how you create the flight plan. So what you do is, using the up arrow, we're going to click all the way down until you get to here, the last entry waypoint, which is Pole. That's for Pole Hill, which is down here. What you're going to do is you're going to click on the button next to that waypoint, the left button. You're then going to click on Airways, this one here. What this now does is this now gives you a page called Airways from Pole, via and to. So what this does, the via is where you enter the airway name, and the to is where you are going to, is where the aircraft is going to fly to. So let's take a look. I'm using Navigraph to do this. So what I'm going to do is I am going to, when I reach Pole Hill, I am then going to instruct the FMC to route the aircraft down to Barton. That'll be the next waypoint. So on Navigraph from Pole Hill, on low altitude, on the low en route layer selected, click, you want to go to airway, and we want to type in P17, airway P17, there we are, like that. If you then click on the button next to via, it now enters that into that data area there. And what we're going to do is we're going to go down to BRTM, Barton, which is basically a waypoint which is just to the west of Manchester Barton. So we're going to type in BARTN, there we are, Barton, and we're going to click on the to field there. What that does is that tells the flight management computer that when we reach the VOR at the end of our standard instrument departure, we're then going to fly on a heading of, I believe that's 217 degrees, I think that is, and we're going to fly down to the next waypoint using the airway Papa 17. We're going to fly down to Barton. Once we've flown to Barton, what you could do if you wanted to is you could actually, rather than putting all the waypoints on that airway, you could just put the waypoint at the end of the airway if you wanted to. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to select, going to stay on P17, airway P17, and we're going to take it down to Knockin, O K I N. There we are. Click on 2, and there you go. There's knock-in entered. So what that will do is when we leave Pole Hill, we're going to track towards the waypoint, which is Barton, and then we're going to continue on the same airway, P17, down to Knockin. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to continue tracking on airway P17 down to let's have a look a minute, down to Knighton. That's what we'll do. So P17, okay, and we'll take that airway down to Knighton, N-I-T-O-N. Enter that one. Oh, that's strange. Why is that doing that? Tell you what we'll do, let's clear that a minute. N-I-T-O-N. Should have worked that. Well, we've got Knockin, and then that takes us down to I think, right, okay. Yeah, sorry, that's what's happened. So, because the map was zoomed out a bit further, I was in the wrong airway. Okay, so we're still back on P17. So P17 down to Knockin. Okay, and then we're then going to take. What should we do? That's Brecon there, isn't it? Okay. Papa 17. I got a knock in there. Let's try N8. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll change this one here. We'll change that to November 862. November 862. Okay. And then we'll route down to Ernok. That's what we do. We'll route down to Ernok. E-R-N-O-K. Let's try that. There we are. So, what happened there was what we've done is we've basically flown, we've looked at Navigraph, and we've chosen a set of airways and a set of waypoints which will be flown by the flight management computer down to Ernok, which is just up by around Chepstow way, just up a bit further north than that. So use Navigraph to plot your course, and then what you do is once you've plotted your course and worked out the airways you're going to use, you then put those airways into here. So via airway P17 to Barton, via P17 to Knockin, via N82 to Ernok. Okay, so when you've done that, that will now bring you down to your last point. Now, the reason why I've stopped at Ernok is because Bristol Airport is the next major location. After that, you've got Ernok, Bristol Airport, and then you've got the waypoints of Lamat in Sumat. And I'll tell you what we could do actually, if you wanted to. I mean, you could say route Lamat over to Exmoor and then back to Lamat again, but you'd just be turning back on yourself really. So this page is simply to enter in the airways you want to follow to the waypoints that you want to navigate to. That's all it does. So once you've done that, press return, and you will now have all your airways after your SID. So if we go back up to Pole Hill, there we are, there's Pole Hill there. So standard instrument departure from Leeds to Pole Hill, and then we follow the airways, which will take us from Pole Hill down to Urnock, which is and that's where the airway stops then, and then that's where we would then add in our standard arrival route. So yeah, there you go. That's basically how you do it. The only way to really get better with it is to learn your own routes, work out what routes you want to take, and experiment with it really. When you get waypoint mismatch, it usually means that a waypoint is not recognised on a particular airway, or it could be that the navigation on the Toliss has not been updated or whatever, but just play around with it. But that's simply how you enter the airways and waypoints into the flight plan. Okay, thanks for watching. The next video will be on how to create the standard arrival route. So thank you for watching.